Good morning. So this is I'm going to do a quick video here on how to describe and graph transformations of absolute value functions. Okay, so let's get started. This is for the test on Thursday. So here we go. So you're asked to describe the change from f of x to m of x. So we've got these different things happening here, right? We got this thing happening, this thing happening, and this thing happening. Okay, so what we want to do then is kind of work from the outside in, or inside out. So the first thing we're going to tackle is this. And if we look at our tree table here, right? So we're working with the input, and we are adding to it. So this is going to be a horizontal translation left by 4 units. And that's to the left. So let me do this here. I'm going to write that down. Sorry. Horizontal translation left. I'm going to kind of abbreviate here by 4 units. Okay. And then we want to do stretches and shrinks next. So that's going to be this thing. So this thing is doing what? We're multiplying the output. This is the f of x is the output. So the absolute value of x is f of x. So we're multiplying now the output by 1/2. So multiplying. Here's my fractions, right? This is a vertical shrink by a factor of 1/2. Factor 1/2. And the last thing here, that's going to be, we're subtracting from the output. So it's going to be a vertical translation down by n units, by 1 unit. Okay. Well, we know that if we graph this, normally, the parent function would look like this, right? That's our parent function. That's the absolute value of x. It's just like a linear function, but with all positives. Okay, so we're gonna take this to left 4 units. So that means I'll just start with the vertex and go 4 units over here, and so this will look like this now. Okay, so I've moved it over 4 units. And the vertical shrink by a factor of 1/2. So what does that mean? Vertical is going to be our x and our y values, right? And I'm going to multiply them by 1/2. So I just need to find a couple of them, because I know that right here, y is 0, and 0 times 1/2 is still 1/2. That's not going to move. So let's find some even numbers here. Here, y is 4. Here, y is 4. 4 times 1/2, 2. So now I've changed the shape of this thing, and it's going to look like this now. Right? So I've shrunk it vertically, so now it's shorter vertically, and a vertical translation down 1 unit. So that's pretty easy to accomplish, I think. So I'm going to take I'm going to take those 3 points and move them down 1 unit. So 0 becomes -1. This where where y is 2 becomes 1. I'm just subtracting here, where y is 2 becomes 1. And so now this graph looks like this, right? So the green one is my transformed graph with the 3 different translations happening there. Okay, so that's the first one. And then the next one, okay, same thing here. We'll go in order. So first thing, horizontal translation that's going to be 1 unit to the left. I should put the number 1 there. And then we have a couple multipliers here. First is this multiplying the input. Okay, so here's the input because we're dealing inside right with the x. We're multiplying the input by a fraction, which is these here. So this is a horizontal stretch by a factor of the inverse of 1/3. It's a horizontal stretch by a factor of 3. Factor of 3. Then I've got so that takes care of this, and then I've got this thing. So we're still dealing directly with the input. So multiplying the input, this is a reflection in the y-axis. Okay, input multiply -1. It's a reflection in the y-axis. And finally, we have a vertical translation up 2 units. Okay, so let's do this again here. So our parent function looks like this. So a horizontal stretch by a so a horizontal translation left by 1 unit. So that's going to go here. It's going to go there. And then a horizontal stretch by a factor of 3. So horizontal now means x-axis. Means x's, right? These are my x's. Oh, that's funny. Those are my x's. So my x's, they're going to be multiplied by 3. So let's find a couple good x values here. So first of all, here's -1. Here's x is -1. Let me go to blue here. X is -1. -1 times 3, -3. So now my vertex is over here. Okay. So where x is 0, that's always a good one to use, because if x is 0, multiplying it doesn't change it. So here x is 0, so that's right here. So 0 times 3 is still 3. That doesn't change. And let's find another good x value here. So here x is -2, right? -2 times 3, -6. That's going to be over here. Okay? So now this graph looks like, not like that. Like this, okay? That's a horizontal stretch by a factor of 3. A reflection in the y-axis. So now this whole thing's going to flip over. So anything that's a negative becomes a positive. So let's use this color. Okay, so -3 on the graph becomes +3. -6 on the graph becomes +6. 0 stays 0. So now this graph looks like this. And now finally a vertical translation up 2 units. So now I'm going to pick those points. This is going to go up 2. I'm adding to any y values. So here y is 1, so 1 plus 2 is 3. Here y is 1, so 1 plus 2 is 3. So this will be the final graph with the vertical translation up 2 units. That looks like that. Okay, so those are all the steps. I've done a couple good examples here for us, and I hope that helps you for the test. Thanks a lot. Have a great test. All right. Bye-bye.